everyone. First of all, I thank our Puji President for giving me an opportunity to be part of this movement at sitting at Bangalore. Then apart from that, I think we have been invited for the annual conference, staff conference, to know about, further know about the system of RST. Also, it has been opportunity has been given to me. For that, I thank our respected President, Puji Veerendra Heggadeji, respected GM General Manager of Circle Office Bangalore, Sri Suddi Kotari sir, respected our Janathan Anna, Sri ED and my batchmate Sri Giridhar Khalapur, respected Sri H. Raghunatha sir, Director General, first persons from Karnataka, then my dear colleagues and directors and their staff member from various Rudsetna. One thing I wanted to tell is, you may be knowing that many of our, particularly people following our Hindu tradition, they may be going for this Manasarovar or Himachal Yatra. They used to go for Himachal. They will be going it. That generally, I read in one newspaper article. It says that some birds from more than 10,000 kilometers, they every year they are coming to Manasarovar Lake. There they will be they will be laying their eggs, and then after this eggs hatch up, again they will be going back to their respective places they were going that. Like that, every year you have been also given an opportunity to come to this institution, particularly here your Dharmasthalaदल, and get the blessings of our respected President, and get the whatever repository knowledge is that this knowledge you are getting it and spreading it to all over India. This is a very good opportunity. It is given to us also. With that, I am going into the other performance. While presenting the performance of Giridharji, he was putting it as his performance. Mostly we were dealing with three things. Generally, many of our meetings you have attended it at NAR also. I used to insist for it. One is key parameters only we were going by it. As per the key parameters, mostly for training is the first part we will be knowing it. During this current financial year, for September 23-24, Pan-India basis, our target was Pan-India basis, our achievement percentage is against the September target, it is 84% under training. For under settlement, it is 48%. Under credit linkage, it is 48% for Pan-India, all the 590 training institute. As far as our Rudsetna is concerned, it is 99% under training. It is above the Pan-India basis, it is 99%. Then credit settlement rate also, it is 51%, it is coming in. It is also above the Pan-India basis of 48%. Then credit linkage also 53% it is there against the Pan-India percentage of 48%. So it is Rudsetna is as such everything they are doing it well. Then question comes, how Rudsetna are doing it well compared to all India institutions and Pan-India basis and a training setup. I have the opportunity to visit many of our training institutes. Many of the places, whenever I go there, I used to ask them, as per AAP, what are all the things you are doing it like that. So whenever I ask our directors, they will be giving an immediate answer. Answer will be, sir, these are the training courses we have conducted as per AAP. These are the remaining courses we are planning it next month. This is the course. After that, this is the course, like that. The answer will readily come. Not only from the director, it comes from all the staff members also, including our faculty members also. They will tell, sir, sir, is bar ka agle bar ka sir, aise chal raha hai sir, like that they will go. All the staff members also, they accompany us to make us to visit the institution, what they are doing it. Like that wonderful. That coordination is there, that what you call in chemistry also we can tell. Everybody, what our directors say, it is reflected in the minds of our faculty also. That is the reason mostly our Rudsetna movement, it is setting an example to other institutions also. Now also each state also they are setting an example. Then second part is while analyzing the number of courses conducted by our training institute, Pan-India basis, you may be knowing that we have NSPF aligned the courses of 64 courses we are having it. 15 is NSP, remaining 6 is general EDP courses by MORDs. Out of this, many of our RCTs, they are doing almost 34 courses they have done it. 34 courses, their training has been imparted to the trainees. Then pan-India basis, if I take it into account, means 24 courses has been there. It means there is a good spread in all the training courses it is being done by the institution. Only thing is that wherever this 34% is there, wherever demand is there, if you are going to do it, that is also good. Then our president also many places he used to tell it also when we had one interaction with him when he has visited our training institute, sir said that friendly atmosphere is needed. That is the success rate of the getting the training also, getting what you call settlement also, getting credit linkages also. He said that if we create in a friendly atmosphere, naturally things will happen automatically. That is the thing. So it is the most important part, the second part. Then coming to this our settlement rate also ours is doing it better. So I said earlier that I had the opportunity to visit 6 institutions I have visited, particularly mostly 10 institutions they have visited. I have visited pan-India basis. Out of that, 10 are from Rudsetna Institute. One of the institute I visited is one is our Pune Institute. Pune Institute, I think when I went for the visit, their trainees, they themselves they are preparing on very good video also. They have prepared short video, is there documentary film also. They were preparing it. So it means that faculties they themselves they were involving and fully in the process. Naturally the settlement is happening it well also. That part. Yeah. Then coming to the critical linkage, various measures are being taken. Minimum the 50% is being achieved by our people. I request all of you to give maximum settlement rate by way of credit linkage. If you are giving it means it will be supporting the family members in better way also. Bank also it is supporting it, since the MSME number of loans will be counted in achievement percentage and other part also. It will also help them also in better way also. That is the thing. Then many innovative things are also being done by our own people, particularly under the Rudsetna movement also. Then since we wanted to hear from our president, only one thing I will tell with that I will close it also. Many times what is the difference between Rudsetna and other training institute like that? Question will come to us. What is that? Anything special about this? Such training and all other modules are it is there. Above all here, Rudsetna, our grace of our president is there. That is the most important thing. Whenever we are in touch with the grace, naturally we will be automatically taken care of by him also, by his grace, by the grace of Manjunatha. Thank you, sir. Thank you all for being an
Shri Manjunatha, offering my prayers to Lord Manjunath Swami. Shri Suddi, GM of Canara Bank, who gave the inauguration address. I recognize the presence of Shri Rakuraj, DG of National Academy, Shri Murugeshan, MD of NSR, Durga Kalabur, Executive Director of the Rudsetna Central Secretariat, and Janardhan and all other directors and faculties of our institutions. We are a part of RCT movement. If you see the note here, there is Rudsetna here one side and there is RCT on the other side. That means we are also in the national movement of RCT. But being big brothers, we are separated from the RCT as Rudsetna. They are big brothers. Everybody looks at us Rudsetna thinking that they must perform better, they must be model to us. In that way, we are big brothers, big sisters. So, RCT, Rudsetna, there is no difference because the MOD has all the eyes on the performance of all the institutes. They don't discriminate between Rudsetna and RCTs. But still, we want to keep up our expectations and commitment. So we have a separate secretariat where Mr. Kalapur is the ED of Rudsetna Central Secretariat, and he watches all the activities of the 27 institutes established by us. So mostly I think we have a commitment for the nation. We have a commitment for the nation because the nation wanted somebody to take care of unemployed youths, and especially those who wanted to achieve something, but there was no way to achieve. So we say that Rudsetna is established only to create opportunities. So somebody wants to establish themselves in some business or some opportunity. They pray God. They say, "Oh God, come to my help. Give me some way." And everybody thinks that money is the only factor which avoids them from becoming self-employed. But we convince them that money is the third part. First part is for training, second part is motivation, third part is finance. And settlement is the fourth part. So we don't mind having institutes training first. Training should be so good that the candidate must be motivated to go and establish themselves with all the odds. Because there may be competition in the society. There may be adverse situations in the society. There may be adverse situations like COVID or something else. But our trainees, we motivate them to that extent in our training that we say, don't worry. All the problems are secondary. If you want to achieve something, you can achieve. For that, we give you the training. Training a particular skill or particular program. It may be electronic, it may be photography, it may be beauty parlor or whatever it is. We say we will give you the training. And second part is motivation. Motivation to get established. Everybody thinks it's better to be employed because a month end that is just open your hands and the fund will drop down to your hands. But we say that opportunity, if we are employed, is something, but the self-employment gives you a lot of opportunity to grow. There is no limit for growth. So we say that self-employment is a better one, and we say you grow. To what extent you grow? There is no limit for your growth. So the motivation, training and motivation are very important. Training, tarabeti, matu motivation, prerana. It is very important. Third one is finance. So everybody says finance is a hurdle. Because you are on the other side of the table before joining the Rudsetna. You are on the bank side. Perhaps you have rejected many applications of the youths. Now you know the result of that. And when you come to this side, you blame the bankers for not financing. Even also Dr. said, if there is any rejection of the applications, you just tell me, I'll get it. So to that extent, banks are coming forward, and now the government of India, MOD also says, you start, let them establish, and if there is any problem, you refer to us. But you say finance is not a hurdle, but the project should be correct, project should be good, project should be acceptable, and then only the loan can be sanctioned. So first is training, motivation, and the preparation of the project report. Then finance. Finance is very important because without finance nothing can move. But I always say in my speeches here that there are a lot of opportunities for the family members to support them. For corruption there is something here, a lot of corruption opportunities are there. When I went to institute and said, they said this boy is for training in this course. I said, how long you have been? He said, sir, I have been working as a part-time lecturer in an institution for 6 years. 6 years you have worked in an institution without salary. Yes. What was your motivation? He said, sir, I have not got any salary for 6 years, but I have been working there thinking that I may be confirmed. So just imagine a person working for 6 years without a confirmation. I said, are you alone? He said, I am married. Maybe he has taken some dowry and he has lived for some time with the dowry that he took. But ultimately the idea was, there are funds available in the family. So we started 2 columns in the beginning. Because even now there is with bank finance and without bank finance. So without bank finance, what is without bank finance? That's a good project. He is ready to work, he is ready to take risks, challenges, and then finance is no hurdle. Your bank will support him, but even then he can find his own resources for funding. His family can fund him, his friends can fund him, or he will find his own resources. But we are always committed to fund him through banks. Then finally, settlement. Settlement is the test of our institute. Initially we said we are not interested in training number, but we are interested only in the settlement. But since MORD joined us, I thank MORD for the way they have supported us. They said settlement is more important, settlement with proof. I also again thank MOD for that, with proof. With proof is, if you say just settlement, they will not accept. They will accept it only with facts, figures and a photo, perhaps. With a photo. Otherwise, initially we took all the agriculture training program as settled. Initially, our agriculture training program, horticulture, agriculture, then fruit and other growing, and dairy. Dairy 100% was taken as settled. But then we said no, today whatever conditions the MRD has put on us, we accept it because they are the main backbone of the program. They are supported financially, they have given us land in every district, they have wholeheartedly supported us, and they, even recently when I met the MRD Ministry Secretary and the Joint Secretary, they said we have full faith in you, go ahead, we will support you to our best extent, and they also said you need not refer to our office every time, you can go ahead, you can start a function on your own, and only whenever it is required you refer to us, otherwise they said you can go on your own. This is why I again thank MRD for their wholehearted support and also financial support, and if we are present in all the districts of the country, 590, it is because of MRD. Otherwise, it would have been with 27, maximum 30. It was depending on the chairman of the bank to sanction the new branches. So whenever they attended the meetings here, we used to participate in the meeting, and some chairmen used to be very strict. They said no more. It is enough is enough. No, only 20, not more than 20. But sometimes they were in a very good mood, they said let us have 2 more. So it was all depending on the chairman's mood and his courtesy. So it is for a change. One of the chairmen came about 25 years back, had food here, and while going back, he is in Hassan, about 100 kilometers from here, he said, I want to drive today. I have not driven car for about 20 years. I want to drive today. He started driving the car, and halfway he said, can you smell the fingers? He said, why? See, the smell of the Dharmasthala's food is still in my fingers. So I want to be very happy. I was very happy at Dharmasthala having food there and taking their courtesy. So let us start 2 more institutes. So 2 more institutes started because of our good food and courtesy here. It all depended on us, but today we are not so. Today because of the MRD, we get all the support, and especially the land and building support. And they are giving 1 crore per 2 crores per institute, which is a very strong support to us. So with this, I want to thank the Minister of Rural Development for their courtesy, for their support and for encouragement. Women empowerment. We are very particular about women empowerment. So most of the women were not coming out of the house. In 1982 when we started, hardly, I find today about 4 directors and few faculty, women faculty. The one who joined in Bangalore, she refused to join ours at Rudsetna because she said, it's away from my house. I cannot travel every day 30-40 minutes for the institute, and I found it very difficult to change my situation. She was happy in the branch, but here in the institute, she had a different feeling here. Instead of bank, you have to do the same work throughout the day and throughout the week, throughout the years, but here you have very good opportunity to interact with the people, interact with the higher officials, and many of the directors happy because when the chairman used to visit or the top bank executives visited the institute, they had a chance to interact with them. And international visitors visited, they had interaction and chance to, and press of course, they had a very good chance to meet the press, and every time the news was announced, they were very happy to find their presence in the media. But today, I am very happy that the institute has grown to that extent that we are demand everywhere, and we create opportunities. Again, I will come back to the situation of opportunity. We don't create anything, we just create opportunity. We say there is an opportunity which you want to tap, you can tap it. You can take best advantage. So again, I say that we are here to go back highly committed to our work. 2 days stay is because we had 7 days here first. Then it was brought down to 5, then it was brought down to 2 days. Because we think change in your atmosphere, changing the routine work in your own institutes, coming to Dharmasthala, having darshan of Lord Manjunath Swami, and having the food here and also stay here, plus the motivation here, it should act well, and I wish that all our institutes should be big brothers, big sisters for the RCTC. So, I am happy that AA plus. So, it is not the question of only getting AA++, but it is important to note that all of us are big brothers and big sisters for the institute RCTs. Let us maintain that status. Let us see that we all work together in the same spirit, and new programs. There are only few new programs here because there was no more electronic items in 1982. So electronic items and digital camera all started later. We had no idea of digital camera. We had no idea of electronic items. We had no idea of several things which are present today. So we will see that what best we can do in the next coming generation, for the next generation. So there is a neat opportunity to establish a new program which can generate self-employment. Please do so. Please refer to DG or Secretariat so we can approve it and you can start on your own. So I just think that this motivational program is important just to motivate you and to see that through you we can fulfill our dreams. Our dreams are to see that all the unemployed youths in the country have an opportunity. Now earlier we used to say only unemployed, but today we can attract graduates also. Earlier we never had graduates in our institutes. We had always 8th standard or 10th standard, 12th standard failed students. And today we get even graduates. We can get graduates for the institute. We don't discriminate between people having degree or without degree, but we want them to be shown a way to walk and way to reach the goal. So I wish that all the institutes in our road city will be committed to this new task, and I want you to perform well and no hesitation in taking care of the institute. Plus, the candidates who come to you may be frustrated, maybe they are half-hearted, or they may say only we don't want to stay here, give us permission to visit every day and we'll have our own habits in the evening. Because once they come to the institute, they'll have to be very strict in their habits also. But there's a lot of changes that can happen in the individual status also. Because in Ujire Institute, once I went to Ujire Institute, he said, one candidate said he never used to take bath even once in 6 months. And he said once, he attended the director there, he forced him to take bath every day. So there was no hot water. Today, our Canara Bank is giving hot water to our hostel. But he said, they said you have to draw water from well and take bath in the cold. So he said, no, I will have running nose. I have 2 kerchiefs. Maybe I am not able to take bath. They said, nothing, you must take bath every day. So he said he took bath every day in cold water and he had no problem of running nose. And he said, I am much happier now taking bath and I feel more fresh and I feel more energetic, agile in working. So these are things that can happen in the state, which cannot happen in the dead scholars. So see that the individuals are counseled personally, especially faculty are the main important strength of our institute. They interact with the candidates better than the directors themselves. Directors are already busy in organizing the programs. The hostel inmates have to be taken care of by the faculty. They have to talk to them, they have to counsel them, they have to be friendly with them, and they must take care of it. I wish that both director and faculty, they have a good relationship and good motive, spirit to work. The institute will shine and it will serve its purpose. I wish you all the best. I again thank our Kothari for attending this meeting, and I wish that you will have nice 2 days for stay here, and I think it's a time for a tea break. Have a good tea, have a good food, and stay here for 2 days. Visit our museums. I said to allot special time for visiting museums. So those who have not visited earlier can attend and see the museums here. There are 2 good museums other than having Darshana of Lord Manjunath Swami. Enjoy your stay, enjoy your food, and go back committed, motivated, and highly inspired.